Hey there everybody, CJ here, your local friendly technology addict, and this is the Tech Addict's Attic. As you can see, I'm not in my usual location. Currently we're out on the road, and I'm waiting on some family members to take care of some business, and it's going to be a little while, so I decided I knew it was going to be a little while, so I decided to bring a little package that I received. But because of the environment, I'm having to be careful about what's visible around me, so I'm going to go ahead and set the phone back down. This will be the last you see of my face for a while. I hope that's okay. But as you can see, got me a microphone so you guys can hear me for a change. Now, what we have here is a package that I received in the mail. It's a Baofeng UV-B5. And we've all heard of the UV-5R and the UV-82 and the 888 Baofeng that they've got, but this one's a little bit different. Of the reviews that I've seen, this one is said to have a much better front end on it. It's not as easily overdriven by nearby FM radio transmitters like, broadcast band, or even just simply strong signals on other ham frequencies. So I'm hoping that it won't be as desensitized as my Blackview BV9500 Pro has been. But we'll find out. So, as you see, it's boxed. And even though I'm not at my usual locale, we're going to go ahead and do an unboxing. So I'm going to start with... helps to actually get a good bite on it. We're going to start with the tape, and that's actually barely even there. Now, the annoying thing, I bought this on eBay, supposedly brand new, we'll see, should be, I trust that it will be, but the problem is that they said that it would be to my house Monday night. Here it was Wednesday afternoon before it arrived. Thank you, FedEx, but it is what it is. Okay. So, I'm going to pause the video for just a moment while I take care of the trash. Be right back. Okay, so... we've all heard of feng shui, F-E-N-G, and I think it's S-H-U-I. This is the same feng. That's the same pronunciation, I mean. It's Baofeng, not Baofeng or Baofeng. It's Baofeng. Okay. Nothing particularly unusual about it. Ex-Godi, I've seen them a lot. Right? That's not the store I bought it from, but we've got all these professional... You know what? Forget that. Let's just break into it, right? So, here's what you have on the inside. Contact us. We like customers, right? You can get this online from Miclor. Somebody took and scanned it. I already see a couple of issues with this. I'm not pleased. So you can see that the white plastic has been cracked from, I'm assuming, impact, and the plastic covering has been scraped somehow. I mean, that must have been one hell of an impact, whatever it is that did that, assuming that it was in much better shape when it went into the box. If I'm doing QA and it looks like that, it's not going in the box. Okay, this is something that gets thrown into the discount bin or something, or sent back for repackaging. But that's, to me, that's unacceptable for a brand new device. It should be packaged better than that. There should be no damage like that. But I'm going to take this, I'm going to set it aside. Got the antenna, and the, there's another belt clip, wrist lanyard, which I probably will never use. You receive also a 100 to 240 volt, 50 or 60 hertz, quarter amp. Not that this would focus on it that close, of course, but you can see the charger that you get, and it puts out 10 volts at half an amp. The pin is positive, the shell is negative, which my entire life has been standard. Wasn't until I started working with guys in IT that they started saying, you know what, it's supposed to be the other way around. No, maybe for some devices. But in addition to the charging cable, you get the charging cradle. Cable goes in there, of course, and as you can see on the underside, it gives you a very simple rundown. If it's red, it's charging. If it's green, it's done. Okay, so I'm going to stuff the majority of this stuff back in the box. All right. Normally I would read the instructions at least once before turning a device on. But honestly, it's a two-way radio. I'll figure out the operation with the instructions, but I just want to turn it on. I want to see what kind of a display we get. And this is an interesting connector. The SMA connector on my Blackview, which I'm recording this with, is a little bit less rugged looking, which is funny considering the Blackview is supposed to be a rugged phone. But we've got... Actually, I mean, it's a pretty sturdy looking shell for that. And it's just a standard SMA female. On the inside, you can't... I'm using my front-facing camera for this, so you can't really see it, but it says FM 136 to 174 / 400 to 480 megahertz. All right. So I'm just going to screw that right on top of here. I mean, how hard is it to screw on an antenna, right? I'm going until it is snug, but I do not want to over-tighten it. Yeah, this has already been scuffed up. I'm a bit annoyed by that. But you can see right over the in, and that's just a cosmetic thing. I mean, honestly, I'm going to do more damage than that. But the thing is this is supposed to be brand new, and brand new is supposed to look brand new, and that's a big thing for me. I want my stuff to look brand new when I buy it brand new. Doesn't matter that I only paid $23 for it. eBay was having a $5 off discount. A little coupon they were doing. All right, so with it turned off, I'm going to go ahead and try this out here. Okay, so there's only one PTT button. There's not a top and a bottom. It's just right there in the middle. We have a 2-dot button and a 1-dot button. We'll figure out what those are in the manual soon enough. On the other side, we have microphone, headphone. This is also where you're going to be plugging in your your programming cable. Okay. It's pretty stiff there, that rubber. I'm kind of concerned that it won't. Honestly, oh, there we go. So you can spin it around, pivot it. Okay. But it's pretty stiff otherwise. It does say on the back, please open the back cover and remove the insulation paste from the battery before use. I'm sure they meant insulation. Leave it to the Chinese, right? Okay, we have a little clip on the bottom here. Looks like all I have to do is pull that forward and the battery comes off. Look at that. And that's what they're talking about. That's not paste, it's tape, but, you know. Let's see what we have on the back here. I see a CMIIT ID. I see a Baofeng logo, two-way radio, model UV-B5. Power is 5 watts, voltage is 7.4 volts, and of course the same frequencies we've already seen, 136 to 174 and 400 to 480. Let me pause this for a second. Okay, I have a serial number which I'm not going to share, and Baofeng Electron Company Limited. All right. And of course, under here is the serial number. So, okay. So I'm going to check this out real quick. We have lithium-ion battery, model BL-B, capacity 2,000 milliampere hours, voltage 7.4 volts. The usual. You know, all the numbers on here match the numbers on here. Okay, I had a little bit of business to take care of. Sorry about that. So I'm going to go ahead and peel this off because it won't turn on otherwise, of course. Now it's worse than a booger, I tell you. All right. Contacts could be cleaner. I expect there to be no corrosion, no oily fingerprint residue, none of that from something brand new. Shouldn't have to clean it. Should not have to polish it. But it is what it is. It's $23, right? Which I still say shouldn't matter. All right, now I'm going to look at this right here. See if I can scrape that off. No, it doesn't look like it's coming off. I think it's scuffed already. Alright. No big deal. Before I turn it on, let's feel for the buttons. They have a nice clicky feel. It's tactile. More tactile than I remember from way back when I was a teenager and messing with my dad's handheld Alinco. Because they didn't have the tactile response with this clicky feel, right? But all right, let's turn it on and see what happens. Okay, this is the frequency knob, which is very, very stiff, by the way, and not how you turn it on.
Welcome.
Welcome. Okay, from the factory, it looks like it's got a fully charged battery. 157.65 megahertz on VHF, 438.5 megahertz UHF. So one of them's in the ham band for the United States and one of them's not. And when you turn it on, it does do an LCD test and a backlight test. So, yeah. Now, I'm not going to transmit with it yet. I'd like to do a quick, you know, as far as the feel, it is turned off. But I could see talking into it like so. Like so. I don't know. It's a little small for my hand, but it's not uncomfortable. I wouldn't mind it being a little bit longer on the base. It kind of cuts in there a little bit. Not really. Cuts in is the wrong way to say that. It doesn't really cut in. It's just, you can feel it there. And I normally would prefer it to come down to about right in there. But it's not bad. It's not bad at all. Hold it like that. I could work with it. So, there you have it. $23 and you get a 2-band radio. Of course, I'm not prepared to do a review on it yet, as this is just an unboxing, and I'm already 14 and a half minutes in. I don't want to keep you guys too long, but there are other reviews on the internet of this exact radio compared with the UV-5R and the UV-82, I believe. So feel free to go searching for those. I don't have any of those other radios. All I have is this one and the Blackview BV9500 Pro. So I can compare, receive because I don't have any other way of really receiving other than... Come to think of it, I do have an SDR I might be able to use to compare the transmit quality between the Blackview and the Baofeng. But unfortunately, I don't have a real radio that is tried and true and, you know, all the purists approved audio quality wise to really compare against. So I'll do what I can. Be looking for a review of this radio in the upcoming weeks. I may have it in a day or 3, I may have it in a month or 3, but we'll see. So until next time, stay tuned, and I'll let you know how I fare with this. Thanks for watching, subscribe if you'd like, and I'll see you next time. This is CJ, your local friendly neighborhood technology addict, signing off.